Another good thing with RUTO, I don't know, it's my own opinion, he closed all those tabs. All the tabs.
Which tabs?
The tabs of the KQ, the citizen, e-citizen. Now we are talking, all things are operationalized. No, let me support my argument.
2026.
Endeleni kuota.
So mimi nataka uniambie ni kitu gani President Ruto amefanya kwa miaka zake 3 tangu ingie kwa government na hakuna change yote tushaona.
I think so far even you are the likes of Jimmy Wanjik accepted, or the statistics are there. Ruto has paid a lot of debts of trillions of money that was taken by their old regime.
Amekopa.
In Kenya, over 60% of the businesses have been impacted by the Gen Z's protest. But are these demonstrations arriving change, or are they hurting the economy?
Walikuja town, yes, he has demonstrated, but they are misled to destroying others' properties, touching. You are stealing a place, yes, steal it. It's the wrong thing. But why to touch it?
Today we hear from local business leaders from Mombasa County, some backing the youth's cause, while others warn of the risk.
It really affects everyone in our country, whether it's the suppliers, it's the retails. First and foremost, it's being our safety. We cannot come to work knowing that our safety is not an assurance.
Waizi wengine wanachukua, wanaiba, wanatumia ile demonstration kama hivi maandamano hivi, wanaingia kwa maduka ya watu. Some people are harmed. They are giving some people some hard time. Someone works like far.
Join me, Daniel Kihora, alongside my co-host Mohammed Ayanle, as we dive into this important debate. Can Gen Z's activism bring real change, or is this too risky for future?
Hi guys, and welcome back to this amazing podcast. As usual, it is called a business chat, and I'm having here Mr. Mohammed Ayanle, the CEO of podcast. Today we are going to discuss on a crucial topic. I know most of the people that are speaking about this topic, the young people, the Gen Z's movement, they're saying that they are leaderless. Do you support first the Gen Z demonstration in Kenya?
Okay, we support genuine demonstrations. Yes, but in the eyes of everyone in Kenya, whenever we hear mandamano or protest, it's a chaos. So I think by demonstrating without a strategy, I think it leads to anarchy, and I don't support it. But they can demonstrate, they can hold their leaders accountable through their representations. Otherwise, what they're doing in the streets are organized chaos.
You know, Mohammed, I've been trying to look for statistics, and I was looking at Nigeria. Nigeria, they had a movement called Ensaris.
Okay.
That movement was, they were demonstrating against the government. The government had police brutality, poor governance. The same case what is happening in Kenya today. And that's why those people, they demonstrated, and at the end, kulikuwa na kitu inaitwanga matunda ilizaliwa. So, Kenyan demonstration venye tunaona, I think, according to my understanding, tunafeel ni kama the demonstration also it is bearing a fruit. Is it going to bear fruit in Kenya? Is it going to bring change in Kenya? Unemployment, police brutality, killing of people, over taxation, and all those things that is happening in our government.
In one way, it brought, let's assume 20%, it brought a change.
Yes.
Our president is concerned. President RUTO is concerned for the Gen Zs. He's really doing the right things, according to myself and according to, I don't know the Gen Z's eyes, but let us not keep a blind eye.
Yes.
The guy is working hard. RUTO is delivering. And I think people are supposed to give him time to deliver. But this is sponsored, organized attacks using the Gen Z as a leverage. It won't go far. And I think the youth are unemployed. They don't have jobs. That's why they're easily
Mohammed, what do you mean by saying that RUTO is trying hard? What do you mean? We are having an unemployment in Kenya. Those people who are demonstrating each and every day, they don't have job to do. Those people are being taxed. They are overtaxed, and they don't have something to put on the table. And yet you are saying that Mr. RUTO is trying his best. What do you mean?
I mean, I want to ask you the same question.
Okay.
During Kibaki's time,
yes,
were these Gen Zs dead, or they were around, or they are coming up now, they are being born, okay? During Uhuru's tenure, when we were borrowing trillions of money, no one was asking, people were dying left and center, there were no Gen Zs to be seen. But today, all of a sudden, the Gen Zs have matured politically. No longer they are dancing to the clubs. Now they have stopped dancing in the clubs and twerking. Now they are doing. Now they are keeping the government accountable. Yes,
Do you know that?
Yes, they are doing the right things.
Yes.
But there are people behind this in Gen Zs that are sponsoring them, that are behind them to cause anarchy, destroy and hold on this government not to deliver. But God is there for all Kenyans, and everyone has seen what happened yesterday was a total chaos. That's why I diverted from now supporting Gen Z. Anytime I hear the word Gen Z, we hear these people who are anarchists, who are going to destroy and who are stopping other people to work, to go and attend their jobs. Or if they go to job, in the evening you won't return home safe. Either your phone is stolen, your property is stolen, and then we saw yesterday what they had. Anytime they touch people's properties and they touch, people say, oh, those were goons. But what we saw yesterday was not goons. They were well organized. And they are coming from one region. I think the way we saw it,
you have talked,
was coming from one region.
You have talked very well, and you have said that during Kibaki's time, Uhuru's time, there were no something like a Gen Z. There were no young people going to the street and demonstrating. Why is that happening in Ruto's time? Why is that happening in Ruto's time? Why? Because number one, ukiangalia, there is something called the different structure and ruling of President Ruto.
Yes.
Like, for example, how can you overtask basic needs like a bread? You know, sisi tunategemea bread every day ndio ili tuweze kusurvive, but unaenda unaekelea tax kwa bread. Number one. Number two, unaekelea kitu basic like, for example, when you talk about the oil, you know,
did he put it or it's still in the
kidogo nimalizie, once you tax oil, this means that transport is going to go higher. Na sisi ni watu wenye tuna travel every day from one place to another, we have to use matatu. Number 3, you're changing the educational system. Sisi ni watu tumesoma na help, tumefanya, but you're going to change healthcare. Unaileta kitu yenye inaitwa SHA.
So go to your point.
Yes. So that's why the young people, they are going to the street. Unataka tumpatie time aendelee kudestroy ama unafeel anatengeneza? Unataka to prove how is President Ruto changing the government of
Kihoro, you're really representing the right people. I know. Yes. Kihoro, the name, represent the right people, which you stand, which is good, and argument is healthy. But how all of a sudden, during Uhuru's time, when we were drowning in debts, trillions of money were taken from China. We know what they have done. Money was stolen. All of a sudden, those Gen Zs were innocent. When roads were flowing to Central, people who are not having problems then, yes? They don't have problems. But now another person, another region comes in. Now it becomes the problem. Now for who? The ruling elite. Those who went for the bread. Those who are waiting to be fed. There is a joy when your own is there. But when others come in, now during Moi's time, Moi had a problem. With nothing else, the people from somewhere, a certain region, I don't want to name, a certain region were having a problem. Because they are people who are for thinkers, yes, ni watu wa kujitegemea, ni watu ambao wamezoea washikilia usukani. All of a sudden, if I become a driver, if, for example, I become the president of this country, yes, I will face more than what Ruto faces. Why? People will fight you because those people was... Another good thing with Ruto, I don't know, it's my own opinion, he closed all those tabs. All the tabs.
Which tabs?
The tabs of the KQ, the e-citizen. Now we are talking, all things are operationalized. No, let me support my argument.
Yes.
Now Ruto is making every coin go to the government, and then so far we haven't had any big scandal from this government, but during Uhuru's time, every day we wake up,
Mr. Mohammed,
Mtuetu. And then one thing, the same Gen Zs who have woken up in the morning, they're the one who put this government. Maybe when others were not supporting, they wake up in the morning. Listen, from the people from somewhere, a certain region, they're eating giveris in the morning to queue. Say now, kumi. That's what do they say? What was the word?
Kuinama.
No. Yani kumi, yani something, yani wanapiga kwa large voting block.
Oh, line
mrima, yani there's a word the Kikuyus use.
Yeah.
When they're entering, they were putting something to, they were saying Ruto.
But you know what, Mr. Mohammed, I've been born to Kitale.
Yeah.
And since I was a young person, I never used to see Lami. Do you know this tarmac road? I never used to see electricity. In Kitale,
okay.
I never used to see electricity in our home. But you know, when President Uhuru Kenyatta was entering the government, that was when 2013, I was in class 7 and class 8 there. Class 6, class 7 there. I saw my first electricity in our country, in our county, in our home, the first tarmac road from Kitale town to Uganda. Na hiyo alifanya kwa mwaka za kwanza 2013, 2014, 2015. 2016 wakaingia, 2017 wakaingia second term. Do you know Uhuru Kenyatta ndio jamaa mwenye ameleta hiki tunaitwa SGR. Hii inatoka hapa Mombasa inaenda mpaka.
Of course tunajua.
Hii ingine inaitwa nini? Uhuru, angalia nini, Nairobi highway.
So you mean the money he borrowed, he used it?
I want you to tell me anything that President Ruto has done, and now he's entering his 4th year in government.
Year.
But mwaka kesho tunamtoa. Kumbuka 2026 ndio tunatoa jamaa, si 2027. 2026.
Endeleni kuota,
So mimi nataka uniambie ni kitu gani President Ruto amefanya kwa miaka zake 3 tangu ingie kwa government na hakuna change yote tushaona.
I think so far even you are, the likes of Jimmy Wanjiki accepted, or the statistics are there. Ruto has paid a lot of debts of trillions of money that was taken by their old regime.
Amekopa?
No, hajakopa Ruto. Maybe to my understanding, now he's paying. You know, we are not doing a lot of development so far, yes, but he's devoting the housing levy. The SHA is working. Personally, the SHA have seen how it's working. Personally, I've witnessed a person I took to a hospital. They paid 70,000, just a small minor surgeries. It's working. That's why I thought, first I was doubting the SHA. What is the SHA? But it has worked. I recommended a lot of people. They're also doing. Since I'm a community person, I've seen a lot of people benefiting the SHA. We have seen now the housing that is going to transform this country. His style of, it's not roads. You know, Uhuru came up with the style of roads, which is good. And then 80% of those roads, you know where they went, somewhere, a certain region, that even ngombe zao zinachezea barabara, watu wanasema zina lami. But for us, come to Northeastern, that's a dream. And then when the president says he's going to make those, they made a fun. You remember? Barabara za Mandera, you remember that sound bite? Oh, Kitale, kienda hivi, kutoka. The people of Northeastern, if they get even one lami, one major highway, it's going to transform their lives.
I think
that's the problem.
Mr. Mohammed, Mr. President,
every president, by the way, every president has his projects.
What president is doing, you know, the reason why the young people, they voted for President William Ruto, number 1, it is his manifesto. President Ruto, he had a good manifesto. In fact, he came up with that bottom-up agenda. You know, your bottom-up, your theory, bottom-up. So, sisi tulikuwa tuna expect, he told us, oh, tutatengeneza barabara, tutaleta hii.
You know that? No, let me
but
enter.
until today, as we speak, President Ruto is still promising, he's still lying, he's still saying the same thing that he used to say during his campaign. And that's why we don't want him in the government.
All right, you people coming from Central, what is the cost of a coffee now? The tea. Now the prices are at absorbent prices, very good prices. Milk is paid a lot of money. Who is doing those things? Yet you are fighting him, and the people who voted for him, majority, overwhelmingly, he accepts until today. But still, the same president is delivering in your counties, not through roads.
Yes.
Roads you have enough. The people of Central have more than enough roads that they can distribute to us.
Yes.
Why? It's because of the proximity to power. That's why now the chair, or what do you call it? The power is, the center of power has moved somewhere else. Now it's disturbing a lot of people. Ni watu wamezoea paka lami watandikiwe carpet, paka wawekewe nini. But those things, let every Kenyan enjoy the presidency. At the same time, President Ruto, given time, he's going to be in history books. He's going to deliver. I don't know the next 5 years what he's going to do. After 2027, we shouldn't want to see him. After 2027, of which he'll go and win landslide victory.
But I've asked you the simple question.
How much he delivered?
It's now 3 years in office.
No, what he delivered.
Tell me one project.
No, the housing is going on. The housing project is going on. No, let us not, because a project does not come on.
Okay,
the housing, the shaft.
Or the she-shaft.
The she-shaft. Even the model of the university, the education system is going to lean it.
Is that model working?
Give it time, it may work. You know, everything is a baby stepping. You understand? It's going to work.
Yes.
But let the people from somewhere else give him time.
Yes.
Let him deliver. If 2027 is not going to deliver, we're going to kick him out. Personally, I'm waiting 2027 to decide whether I'm going to vote him or not. But as for now, the easy dramas are Gen Z is supposed to stop. They're supposed to focus. They stop that headless, clueless, leaderless. Although they have leaders behind the scene who are sponsoring. Even I'm hearing rumors that well-oiled ministerial children are under the banner of Gen Z. They're the one who coined the term Gen Z. They're people from the same government. I think if not, few ministers' sons are in this drama. Why? They're just inciting others. And Twitter is like, it's a toxic area. They bring hashtags, you go and occupy, they organize themselves. And then, let me ask you, where are those people getting those arm rams and what is this called, the banderas?
Yes.
Who is buying them?
Yes.
It's a cost. Okay, 1 million people are marching and they were wearing the Kenyan flag, everything. Who is paying those things? A flag costs you almost 1,000 or 500 shilling. 1,000. Who is paying those things? That's a cost. There are people behind this anarchy. The people who want. There are people who start eating well when others are dying. They'll have a number. Tomorrow they'll say, oh, we are going to bury the next victim. Come to the same road.
But you know what, Moha? You know this, okay, I want us now to be honest. Let us put now aside here tukusema sijui mimi ni millennial, mimi ni Gen Z. Let us now to be honest. This is our country. Kenya is our country. We need change.
Yes.
Remember, first of all, we have so many people who are learned, but they don't have job. These people, they are unemployed. Nato kiangalia East Africa, Kenya is being ranked as the first country in Africa yenye inatumia sana mtandao. And that's why sisi ukiangalia sasa hivi Gen Z, they are using even digital space to demonstrate, to do their things,
even invading their neighbors.
Yes, and they want to bring change in our country. How are we going to support these young people so that at least we can bring change to our country, Mr. Mohammed?
I think these are right energy. They have huge potential of energy reserved in their blood or in their bodies, but they're supposed to be channeled in the right way. When they have a leader, they will be channeled. But I think the government must talk to them, although they don't know who to talk to, but they should address their major concern. You know, it's a ghost. Who you negotiate with is going to be hard. But the government must listen to them. Those who died must be paid. Fidia, the serikali ilipe. At least they pay those families who have lost their sons or what, and maybe wrongfully supposed to be paid. Those are at least a remedy. We can say the agencies can be senior. So one thing is, another question, another problem is these Gen Zs, they have the skills. They are raw. Let them level up their skills. Let them think of not going, instead of going to parties and clubbing every night, they're supposed to learn skills. They're supposed to learn selling skills, communication skills, all other skills, and thinking of starting their own ventures. The moment they start their own ventures, they'll employ others. They will contribute to the economy in a good way. Because when you have a brain, some of them, I think most Gen Zs, they can access a capital of 100,000 or 50,000, majority. But because that's the same money they are buying the mzinga. What do you call that, mzinga and all things? They're partying every weekend. It can start a business. Yeah, mzinga. So they can, and twerking and doing nonsense.
But you have talked a very nice point about that the government has to listen to the young people. But do you think the government is listening to young people? Why? Because like about the police brutality. These people are demonstrating because the police are killing people. But in the same tena demonstration, tena police wanaua watu wengine. Tumeongelea tukasema, we wanted the government to, maybe for example, the first demonstration was about the finance bill 2023. But government ilikuwa ina ignore. So is the government listening to the young people? Like angalia kama jana wamefunga media house zote, wanafunga media house wanasema wataki the demonstration to go on ama to be shown in national television. So what's the purpose of the government? Is the government inaogopa the young people demonstrate? Are they listening to the young people?
Kihoro, I know, maybe I may be wrong, but what we don't have a media house here. We have a one-sided media house, to be honest. They're against the government. Listen, they're inciting people. You know, that's why we're opening our own small medias. Yes, they're inciting people. When you show burning things, properties, you're encouraging other parts also to go and burn. That's why the government.
But they were doing a peaceful demonstration.
No, those goons are not peaceful. Those goons were just attacking people's supermarket. You know, the moment they start facing you when you're in the streets, you yourself with your dress, you're going to remove it. Someone will say, "Give me this dress," even if you're Gen Z. Or you start pretending to be throwing stones.
Now, millennials.
My friend, they will steal from you. The moment they come from after demonstrating in town, and most of them were ferried to town, to Nairobi CBD, and the others were coming from, the side of, Nairobi has a lot of neighbors, the eastern side of the Akamba region, and then we have the central. Now, yesterday was a demonstration of, I don't know, Gachagwa's people. He wanted to show force. Now the Gen Zs of Mlima Kenya, vijana ambao wana kazi, jana walifanya kazi. Walikuja town, yes, he has demonstrated, but they were misled to destroying others' properties, touching. You are stealing a place, yes, steal it. It's a wrong thing. But why touch it? Why burn it? Why to the ground? What for? You're hurting the person twice. The property, you are destroying it. And then who are they stealing from? Do you know that? Honestly, true. They were stealing from their own towns. Majority demonstration happened where? Northeastern, we never had a demonstration.
Sure.
Yeah, we never had. In Little Ukambani and Central. All the counties from Kiambu, when you are looting businesses, which business are 80% likely to be looted? Your kingmen, yes? Same, you're coming from home. Do you support yesterday's movement? You're coming from Central, the revolt. Do you support it or not? To be honest, when you see those numbers, were they from Kibera or they were from somewhere else?
They were from
Kenya region. First time, even they are proving others we can do it also. Those people who they have never demonstrated in their life, to be honest. You understand?
Yes.
Because mostly they were in government, they could not now attack their person. You understand? But now the kitty imeenda kidogo, na pengine hawapati mambo yao ambao umezoea. Sikiza, mafuta yao ambao umezoea, sasa kama hutoi wewe pia unatoka. And then they also entitled, which is good. They are entitled because they brought this government.
Mr. Mohammed.
Without them, Ruto could not have been president.
Yes. But we are from Mombasa County,
yes.
right? And we were watching television yesterday.
Yes.
How kuona watu wakistrike?
Niliona personally. No, I see a few people.
Kakamega. Are those people from Mount Kenya?
Kisumu, we never seen. They were being arrested by even the Raila people. You understand? Let's be honest. They were arresting. You know, those people, Uzuru, I like them. The central, those people they listen to their baba. There's no demonstration. Hii vita, si yetu. Wanaambiwa nini hii vita? Si yetu ni watu wa mlima, watu wa mlima wapiga.
Watu wa mlima wapiga.
Na which wamejitokeza jana.
Unaona Mombasa?
Na wamejitokeza jana wametoka, yes. Unajua, Kenya with money.
Yes.
Idols are there. Yesterday I was in Mombasa. I was covering. Even when I was in town, Buran Towers, they were coming to us. The police were pitting. There were a few young boys. They were not that much, but in Nairobi, they were in millions. You understand? How do you assemble million people? From where? Obviously, you understand? They must strike from Githurai, from there down there was 44. They came.
So I think your point is that this demonstration was very good. It was very genuine until this politician
wakaleta fitina.
Okay.
Do you know that they were settling scores? Moja supermarket that was stolen by the opposing MP from Central. You understand? Si kuna wale ma MP walimpigia impeachment.
Sure.
Si umesikia? Duka zao zilienda maizi zijaenda. How can you stop a million people marching to your supermarket? Which police can stop it? And you know supermarket has a sensible everything. And these people are hungry, jobless, and then you already incited them. Go and get that place. The moment you know, if I have a followers, I can ban this whole town, Mombasa. Why? It's because now you have influence of those people. Imagine a person having millions of people's influence.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And now telling them, let me settle scores. The way Uhuru's goats were stolen. Now karma is back. I don't know. To these other MPs who voted for out a person from Akiti, now Malia Wacha. Then all the looting happened. Do you agree with me? All the looting happened in Central.
Yes. But you know...
Central, do you agree? All the looting happened in there.
I do agree first.
They stole themselves.
I do agree first, but...
They are brothers.
You know, like yesterday, one year ago,
it was a bit genuine, yeah.
Ni kama jana ndio ilifanyika. The first demonstration that held in Kenya,
I was supporting.
The first demonstration that held in Kenya, it was countrywide.
Yeah.
Every part of Kenya, the young people, they were demonstrating.
Even Eldoret, I remember.
So, yes, because Eldoret nilianza sana. So hiyo kumaanisha nini? These people, they saw something that it was not right. And that
was organic. I know, the first it was organic, but now people hijacked along the way.
So I think bado hawajaisaidika hadi leo. That's why tunasema sisi kama young people, how if for example the president is listening to the young people, why can't he the president, ama why the president has to listen to them? Change what? Okay, listen to their demands, do what those people they want. After that, hata iona demonstration Kenya, kwa sababu sisi hatuna time ya kushinda every time we are in the street fighting for one thing. But why is the president not listening to the young people? Why is he not changing what the young people they are demanding for? That's the problem.
I think somehow the event of 2024 has changed RUTO a bit. Not that I can say 100%, yes, but he has made some reshuffling. He has made some changes, although it's controversial, I know.
Is that
no, I know. That's why I support it. It's a controversial. But I think he woke up from the slumber. You know, he was drunk with power. He thought, now he saw, people can take out. He was about to be taken out. You remember? The palace was going out. You know, the first demonstration, there's a huge wave. I remember. It touched us almost how many weeks. At least it was 2 weeks work. You remember? We could not operate businesses. There were a lot of tear gases. People were injured. A lot of people were died. Even here in Mombasa, Nairobi live alone. A lot of people as well. So RUTO, it touched him. It made him wake up. That he realized that now he's playing with snakes and people who are really demanding. He changed the right things. Those who want to listen. Those who don't want to hear him anything. The others who are just close their ears that RUTO must go, nothing else. But RUTO must go.
You have been listening. You have been listening to some of the leaders.
Yeah.
Wengine watu wametoka kwa government, and they are saying that President RUTO is dictating everything even in the cabinet. Wewe unaona kama President RUTO kwa kusema tu is he a dictator ama ni wanamsingizia?
One thing I like President RUTO.
Yeah.
I like him to be a dictator. Why? Kenyans, we cross the line. We are over-democratized. Kenya is over-democratized. People don't have, when you're given freedom, someone wants to take even your neighbor's plot. You know, Kenya, we have too much freedom that we want to cross other people's lines.
Yes.
That's why even, in fact, we went to our neighbors to show them discipline.
Yes.
There's a time they went to vote in Uganda, the people from Busia. Because too much democratization helps you even, you want to restore your neighbor's democracy. The people you had that went to Uganda, Do you remember? People who ambao wameenda Uganda wakapiga kura. Other activists went to Tanzania, sijui Mama Suluhu. They are waking other people because Watanzania wamelalala, sasa Wakenya wanataka kujifanya wanaamsha. Kwa hivyo I think Kenyan way supposed to be a hard person, an iron person. If you are soft, Kenya you can't lead. You're supposed to have the balls to lead. And President Ruto is trying, although he's a human being, he'll make errors. But better tough person than easy person. Imagine Kalonzo leading us. He'll be coiling somewhere else, either disappearing every time. Ruto, if someone else would have been, he could have taken a flight and ran away. But Ruto stood with his balls and he tried. And those people from Rift Valley, give them, my friend, point of credit. Those are warriors. They don't be chased. Unless you kill them in State House, otherwise you won't accept living that place. You'll be there.
Wow.
You worked hard for it for 20 years, 30 years.
Wow.
But others want to take it in one term MP, want quickly to become a president. Do you support now Gachagua, what he did? You know, sometimes there's a 48 laws of power. When you have a boss, you don't overshine. If I'm your boss, will you overshine me? You give me time, yes? But sometimes tamaa inakuja, catalyst. Already you feel power, you have cars, you have everything. People wanakushawishi. Billionaires will tell you, shike makande ujamaa, mshuke na yeye. The moment he sees you, unashuka na yeye, si mtu atakushukisha that boat you are in. Because all of you are going to drown the same boat. Someone has to throw you out. The moment you throw out, now you ferment, now you plan for him. Whether you like it or not, Gachagua has a hand in these demonstrations.
Okay, hata siongei sana. Acha tu wenyewe utajionea pale kwenye comment section.
Leo nimegusa live fire.
As we tukimalizia, I was listening to one of the politician yesterday in a certain podcast and he was saying that to remove Ruto 2027 to power itakuwa ngumu. But kutoa Ruto alikuwa anasema Ruto going back to power 2027 will be hard.
Yeah.
But kutoa Ruto kwa power 2027 will be more harder.
Yes.
Do you think Ruto will go back to power 2027?
He will go. This will be my clips will be staying here in YouTube. Yes. Ruto will win in a landscape. You know, the marathon haven't started. There are person who has said that people are exercising mapema. Yes. The former minister of trade.
Yes.
Huyu unaitwa nini from Kiambu? Moses Kuria.
Yes.
Watu they are taking the exercising for a tennis ball match. Yes. And also football when the players are not in the field. Si mtu atachoka kwa kukimbia huku na huku.
Hadi President Ruto mwenyewe alisema
no time yake when he wears those shirts.
Yes.
Ruto is a hard worker. I believe him. He will deliver. And he uzuri wake, okay, to me uzuri wake, we marginalized people, he just seeing us. Let me to be honest. You know, you are defending your position which is honest, it's true, the way you believe and where you come from. Us also, if he's going to deliver to us, give us everything, give us equal justice. Fact for us, our northeastern people, we never, the basic idea you just ukitopa wewe unapata is a diamond to us. Diamond, you have to pitie karibu 1 year upate. Now the moment you get those ideas, you stay in your country, you work. What else do you need? Those basic needs for us will make us happy. Yeah. But nyinyi mambo yenu ni makubwa kubwa. Because unajua mtu amezoea cheese, amezoea power. It's not easy. But it's hard. Sure. The moment you are in the circle of power for 20 years, 30 years, si ndio? Then everything mnasema inawekwa kwa meza. Saizi mnaambiwa ngojeni kidogo, Western inataka kitu fulani. Sugar zao ziamshe. Kikuyu atakusikiza.
Crazy. Thank you for your time. I think that conversation has been amazing today. They have listened. We have listened to your opinion. I know your opinion is going against the Gen Z. Wanaitanga kusalamia mtu. Wakija hapa kusalamia mimi sipo.
Si tu Mr. Mohamed lakini salamia mimi.
Until next time, but
I want security guard enough so that I will live with them. Yes.
Thank you, our audience, for the stay. Thank you for watching our amazing content, and we really like your contribution. We have seen your comment on our TikTok. Make sure that you follow our TikTok page. It is called Dove Podcast. Also YouTube. Kindly subscribe for more conversation and for more information. Mr. Mohamed, now I want you today to close the show.
Dear viewers, dear Gen Zs, we know we are doing the right things, but in the wrong way, and people are misusing us in the wrong way to gain power. Let us demonstrate in a good way through social media, through peaceful demonstration. We know we are getting from point A to point B, but this hooliganism, this, your democracy, your right must infringe other people's rights. That's what you don't want. We don't want us. You are demonstrating. It stops us to not to work, not to attend, not to take our children to school, not to do those things. Those are now called anarchy, and we don't want to live Kenya in an anarchical way. The president must stay, let him finish his term, and then if you are willing, vote out for him. Yes, you don't want him, you vote. But during the election, I don't think these Gen Zs will come out in large numbers. I know you, because at that night you're either clubbing or you're going somewhere else. The president knows his numbers. His numbers are up country. The rural people who are serious, atawekea stima zao 2-3, afungue stima poli 3 poli 4. And then you'll see the president now. 70% of Kenyans are living, I think, a rural area, but people don't know those numbers. They think these Gen Z with Twitter are going to join. Watapiga mdomo, asubuhi hajapiga kura. Kwa hivyo, I want you to take our country back. Let Kenya is the best democratic country here in Africa. We are peaceful. And we are.
From today henceforth, I want us to be having a slogan. I want us to be completing this show. I want to finishing this show in a style. So let us look at that, the main camera, then say, until next time, bye-bye. Let's go. Until next time, bye-bye.
Ready to conquer the challenge that holds your business back.
To success, I think, in that individual is supposed to check his background.
Dolph Podcast introduces you to an essential business show, airing every Monday and Friday.
You know, when you take a loan from someone, when he looks at you, you feel guilty, you understand? You look down. What about countries?
We'll explore the critical intersections of business strategy, politics, health innovation, and technology disruption, with thought-provoking discussions and expert insights. We will empower you to navigate the complexities of today's landscape. Join Mohammed Ayanle and Daniel Kihoro as they bring you this amazing journey into the world of business.